Hi, my pretties. It's Shadow the Lion Queen, and today we are going to be reviewing this coming of age comedy drama film called For Keeps. This stars Molly Ringwald and Randall Bantkenkoff off and Darcy Elliott and Stan Burkras, the two high school seniors with love complications. So basically, in this movie is a pretty interesting concept. However, though, with that being said, Molly Ringwald, who is an actress, she plays the character Darcy, and Darcy becomes pregnant just before graduation and decides to keep her baby. So, obviously, this film actually is just a really great concept for a movie like this. It's a really good movie, especially for something that came for the 80s. Now, basically, what happens is, Darcy, who is an editor of her high school paper, and her steady boyfriend, Stan, are in their final year of high school and ready to have been accepted into good colleges. However, though, Darcy goes to university to study journalism. She will go on a trip to Paris with her single mother, Donna, for her graduation present. So, basically, what happens is sometime at before Christmas, it turns out that Darcy becomes pregnant. So she decides to keep the baby. Now, of course, she ends up going into labor partway for the movie, pretty much at Darcy's night of school graduation. Well, not graduation, but at the prom that, well, basically during the prom that, Darcy and Stan go through, eventually she ends up giving birth to a daughter named Fia. So I really do have to say is that the filming was set in Wisconsin, and primarily the filming took place in Winnipeg, Manitoba. So I definitely do have to say it's a really interesting movie for it. Even for something that came out in the 1980s, this film is actually a pretty good concept. I personally do like this a whole lot. So, you know, pretty much, Darcy has her child sometime after during prom. So basically, the film itself is a really great and amazing concept for a movie. Now, I do have to say, the pregnancy was done really well done. Like, even though if it's something that came from the 80s, it's actually done very well. And most of the time in the 1980s, you don't usually see pregnancy in, movies from the 80s, not really. But this is a real treat that you do get to see a pregnant woman in the film itself. Now, I personally really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was really awesome. It's a really great film. And I mean, it's a pretty great concept for a film. Now, I did see this one movie, I think back when COVID was bad. And I have to say, it's a really great film. I personally really enjoyed it a whole lot. I thought it was really neat. It's really nice to see Molly Ringwald's character pregnant, and you do get to see the pregnancy as it goes on in the movie, and she, has her child. It's well done and awesome. You do get to see that in this movie, and most of the movies from the 80s, you don't usually get to see stuff like that, but this was a real treat, and it was a real surprise. And the fact that Darcy sees boyfriend was stuck by her, and during the pregnancy and stuff, it actually really helped out. Now, I definitely do have to say is that You don't see these movies very often where characters become pregnant. You don't necessarily see that very much. However, I really do enjoy this film. It's really good and well done. And now the fact that, this movie, it's it's an older movie, yes, but it is a really amazing, well done film. I personally really enjoyed it a whole lot. So, if you're a movie fan that loves to watch movies, I can recommend this movie. Even though it came out in the 80s, it's still a really good, well done film. And if you like, movies that involve pregnancy, then I can easily recommend this film. It's a really good film. It's really well made. I personally really enjoyed it a whole lot. I thought it was really well done. You do get to see, Darcy pregnant, and there are scenes where, she's showing that she's pregnant. You get that in this film. Most of the time in these movies from the 80s, you don't really necessarily get to see that a whole lot. But they were rare back in the day until much later on they start to show pregnancy being more. Now, this film, I definitely do have to say, I think you can get this movie on Amazon most likely. And I'll definitely say, if you've not seen this movie yet, you do have to see this film. This film is just awesome. It's well done. It's just a really great film. And it's got really good actors in this movie, which I really do appreciate how well done these movies are. And I personally really enjoyed this a whole lot. I thought it was really neat and well done. It's definitely got good actors, and it's definitely got, good characters and stuff like that. You don't usually get pregnancy content very often in these films from the 80s, but for keeps, that was actually really special that you do get that. So, I personally really have to say is that the acting is really well done, the story is amazing, the pregnancy is really well shown in this film, and it's really amazing. So, I mean, if you've never seen this movie, then you do have to really check this movie out. This movie is just fantastic. It's really well made, pretty good from the 80s. Now, I guess with that being said, let's go on with our score. And that, my pretties, was for keeps. I give this movie 10 out of 10 stars. Great film from the 80s. It's a really well done film. I personally really enjoyed this a whole lot. I thought it was really awesome, and you do get to see really good pregnancy content in it. It's got a really good plot line. The actors did a great job, and this film is just a really amazing one. You definitely will not be disappointed once you've seen it. You will definitely really enjoy this a whole lot. So, I guess with that being said, that was for keeps. I recommend this movie to anybody who's never seen it, and for those who are movie lovers or like movies from the 80s or before then, you definitely would really enjoy this film. This film is really well done. It's got really good actors, and I personally really enjoyed this a whole lot. I thought it was really well done, and the concept of it was pretty good. So, I definitely can say, if you've not seen this film, then I recommend adding it to your collection. And if you want it on DVD, I recommend it. So, anyways, I guess with that being said, and that being the case, what did you guys personally think of this movie? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. I'm Shadow the Lion Queen. Thank you so much for watching today's video, and if you enjoyed this channel, be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to any uploads, that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, if you guys want to go follow me on Blue Sky, follow me on Twitter, follow me on DeviantArt, and follow me on my backup channel known as Ms. Dark Shio, as links to those will be in the About page section, so you guys can go follow me on those. And also, if you have any, suggestions for, whatever movies involving pregnancy that I should look at, let me know in the comments below. As always, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Peace out, and like always, roll the outro because I'm out, and I'll see you all next time.
What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Ms. Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.